Who's ordering who to do anything? You talk like your boss.
In 1948, a Western film was created by John Huston, based on a novel from 1927 by B. Traven. The movie features Humphrey Bogart, Walter Huston, Tim Holt, and Bruce Bennett. It tells a captivating story of characters deeply affected by what they acquired in Mexico, leading to unexpected consequences like divorce.
Got enough to have buried him. I did right. Yeah.
In 1925, Fred C. Hobbs and Bob Curtin, both experiencing hard times in Tampico, Mexico, crossed paths with a weathered prospector named Howard. They resolved to team up with him on a quest for gold in the remote regions of central Mexico. Despite facing numerous challenges, they eventually struck gold. However, their triumph was imperiled by bandits, harsh natural conditions, and above all, the destructive force of greed. John Huston, the director, was completely fascinated with the mysterious writer B. Travis, who was a recluse living in Mexico. Travis approved the director and his screenplay all by letter. He then sent his intimate friend Hal Croves to the location to be a technical advisor on the film. All this was done for the price of $150 a week.
It wouldn't take 1 week for a real hunter to clean up all around for 5 miles in each direction.
In 1947, the film's mystery revolves around the identity of Traven, who many believe to be Croves, despite Traven's denials. The enigma persists as Traven used a pen name, leaving his true self shrouded in secrecy to this day.
What can it do to you? Makes me sick, all this talking and fussing about nothing.
John Huston, the director, was always a practical joker. In a campfire scene where Bruce Bennett sits down to eat a plate of stew, Huston played one of his famous jokes. Bennett, knowing his character was starving, quickly wolfed the food down for the scene. However, Huston demanded multiple retakes, causing Bennett to eat more and more stew. Unbeknownst to Bennett, Huston had been satisfied with the very first take, and the cameras weren't even rolling for the subsequent takes.
As long as I'm here and can do anything about it, you won't touch a single grain of the old man's good.
As soon as the joke was completely revealed, the director added insult to injury by calling for a lunch break on the set. Bogart was really fond of working with the director John Huston, and he enjoyed this experience immensely, but Bogart found him to be quite the perfectionist, which led to some really grueling and exhausting days on location. The director wanted everything perfect for every shot. He would do whatever it took to get that shot in the film. He had the crew and cast fording streams, walking through snake-infested areas in the scorching sun just to get the shot perfectly right.
Everybody looks forward to big crops. I do hope you are back.
During the film's production, as the production dragged on and on, Bogart, who was an avid yachtsman, was starting to get increasingly anxious about missing the Honolulu Classic, which is a Catalina Island to Hawaii race that he usually took part in. Bogart's passion for sailing and the impending race added an extra layer of tension to the already intense atmosphere on set. Despite the challenges, Bogart remained dedicated to his craft, both as an actor and a yachtsman. The juxtaposition of his on-screen character's quest for treasure with his off-screen commitment to sailing created a compelling narrative both on and off the screen. Despite assurances from the studio that he would be wrapped in time on the picture to make it there, he started to constantly dog the director about whether or not he would be done in time. Eventually, Huston had had enough, and he grabbed Bogart by the nose and twisted really hard. Bogart never asked him again how long it would be before shooting was over.
Be his own responsibility. Bye. Bye, Martin, and thanks.
As filming was about to start to shoot the scenes in Tampico, Mexico, the production was shut down by the local government. The cast and crew were at a complete loss to understand why, since the residents of the government of Tampico had been so generous to all of them in the past few days. A false story was printed by a local newspaper, accusing the filmmakers of producing an unflattering production about Mexico. The director discovered the reason behind this. It is customary in that area to pay the newspaper editor to publish positive stories, a practice the crew neglected to do. This led to the false accusations against them.
There ain't plenty of the real stuff hereabouts. We walked over it 4 or 5 times. The place yesterday that looked like rich diggings, but the water for water.
Fortunately, 2 of the director's associates went to bat for the director with the president of Mexico. They had an inside track on it, and the libelous accusations were then dropped. It just so happens that a few weeks later, the editor of the newspaper was caught in the wrong bed and shot dead by a jealous husband.
Again, I cannot begin to tell you how my heart rejoices at those words. If you
In one scene, John Huston played a prank on Humphrey Bogart. Bogart, reaching under a rock for hidden gold, was told an extremely venomous lizard was there. The director placed a mousetrap where Bogart reached. Thinking he was bitten, Bogart jumped back several feet when the trap snapped on his finger. In 1947, Humphrey Bogart began losing his hair, coinciding with his work on the film. It is speculated that his hair loss may have been influenced by the hormone shots he took to increase his chances of starting a family with Lauren Bacall. Despite this, Bogart sported a carefully crafted wig throughout the entire filming process, expertly designed to conceal his thinning hair.
I know, that'd be foolish. He'd sit around for an hour or so playing the innocent and then go and report us to the officials. Once they were here, we couldn't stay any longer, and we...
While on location, the director Huston took a little Mexican boy named Pablo under his wing. The child ran errands for the director and generally acted like the crew mascot. When it came time for Huston to close up shop in Mexico, he chose to adopt Pablo and brought him back to the United States to live with him and his second wife, who was actress Evelyn Keyes.
I want to go back on down the mountains. Another want to stay up here and use this site as a headquarters to raid the villages in the valley.
How about pointing into him, bumping off his minis?
After the director failed to inform his wife about the new family member, their relationship deteriorated, leading to a divorce shortly after. The situation escalated when his wife discovered the truth, causing significant discord in their marriage. The lack of communication and transparency ultimately led to the dissolution of their union. This event underscored the importance of honesty and open dialogue in any relationship.
Showed up. I don't know what's happened to him. He's probably filthy drunk at some dive. What's the pay? $8 American a day.
Pablo's life took a dramatic turn as he pursued education in the United States, and later started a family with 3 children. However, he eventually abandoned them and made his way back to Mexico City to reinvent himself as a used car salesman. Despite his earlier ventures, Pablo found a new path in life that led him back to his roots. In 1947, a movie about an epic journey for riches captured audiences' attention. The film followed 3 prospectors facing greed and betrayal while hunting for gold. Set in the rugged wilderness of the Sierra Madre Mountains, their quest revealed the raw human nature that emerges in pursuit of wealth. This classic tale explored themes of friendship, trust, and morality, resonating with viewers for its timeless lessons. The movie's impact on cinema of that era was profound, showcasing the power of storytelling through compelling characters and gripping narratives. Despite its age, the film continues to be revered for its portrayal of the complexity of human desires and the consequences they bring.
The money.
Either way suits me. You fellas decide.
I'm for dividing it up as we go on.
In the casting of the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, Humphrey Bogart was chosen for the lead role of Fred C. Dobbs due to his exceptional acting skills and previous success in similar roles. Walter Huston, who played Howard, was selected for his powerful stage presence and experience in portraying complex characters. For the role of Curtin, Tim Holt impressed the casting directors with his natural chemistry with Bogart and Huston during audition. The trio's dynamic was further solidified during chemistry tests, showcasing their ability to work together seamlessly. These pivotal moments defined the casting choices and set the stage for a memorable film.
Yeah,
Yeah? What might that be?
gold.
John Huston, the director of the 1948 movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre had a clear vision in bringing the story to life. He drew creative influences from his own experiences and the gritty realism of the time. Huston's style was characterized by its dark, atmospheric tone and attention to detail. He collaborated closely with the cast and crew, guiding them to portray the intense emotions and moral dilemmas faced by the characters in the film.
Name's James Cody, Dallas, Texas. A letter from Dallas, too. Must be his home.
In the production of the 1947 movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, set design played a crucial role in bringing the story to life. The rugged landscapes of Mexico served as the perfect backdrop, providing an authentic setting for the treasure hunt depicted in the film. Logistical challenges included filming in remote locations and dealing with unpredictable weather conditions that added an element of realism to the movie. Innovative techniques were employed during production to enhance the overall cinematic experience. Director John Huston used deep focus cinematography to capture the vastness of the desert landscapes, creating a sense of isolation and desperation for the characters. Additionally, the use of natural lighting techniques made the scenes feel more immersive and lifelike. Overall, the production of The Treasure of the Sierra Madre was a masterful blend of artistry, innovation, and resourcefulness that contributed to the film's enduring legacy in cinematic history.
Oh, what's the use of hollering? We're started on something, we've got to finish it, like it or not.
The score and soundtrack of the 1947 film, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, play a crucial role in enhancing the story and emotional depth of the film. Composed by Max Steiner, the music reflects the film's themes of greed, adventure, and the harsh realities of life. Steiner's use of orchestration captures the vastness of the Mexican landscape and the tension among the characters. The score features a blend of traditional Mexican music elements, which helps to immerse the audience in the setting. As the characters embark on their quest for gold, the music shifts to underscore their growing obsession and paranoia. Steiner's ability to weave motifs that represent each character's emotional journey adds layers to the narrative. The haunting melodies evoke a sense of foreboding, particularly as the story progresses and trust erodes among the men. Musicians involved in the project contributed to the authenticity of the sound, ensuring that the score resonated with the film's atmosphere. The collaboration between Steiner and the musicians resulted in a soundtrack that not only complements the visuals, but also deepens the viewer's connection to the characters' struggles. The music remains a powerful element that enhances the storytelling, making the film a timeless classic.
They're turning on the trail.
How many of them are there?
About a dozen.
Maybe the best part of an hour getting here, so we better have some.
One of the most iconic scenes in The Treasure of the Sierra Madre is when the characters find the gold they have been seeking. The direction in this scene is intense, building suspense as they uncover the treasure. The performances of the actors reflect the greed and desperation of the characters perfectly, drawing the audience into their mindset. The cinematography captures the moment with striking visuals, highlighting the allure and danger of the gold. Another memorable moment is the confrontation between Dobbs and Curtin, where tension reaches a boiling point. The direction creates a sense of unease, and the actors deliver powerful performances that show the characters' inner conflicts. The cinematography adds to the intensity, with close-ups emphasizing the emotions on their faces. Filmmakers and actors have praised these scenes for their realism and emotional impact. John Huston, the director, remarked on the importance of authenticity in portraying the character's psychological journey. Humphrey Bogart, who played Dobbs, spoke about the challenges of exploring his character's darker impulses. These scenes have stood the test of time, resonating with audiences for their raw honesty.
Can't you see that the old man's nuts?
Nuts! Nuts, am I? Let me tell you something, my two fine bedfellows.
The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, a movie from 1947, had a significant cultural and social impact. It resonated with audiences by exploring themes of greed, betrayal, and the struggle for power. The film's portrayal of human nature and the consequences of unchecked ambition struck a chord with viewers, The iconic line badges, "We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges," became famous and is still referenced in popular culture today. The movie contributed to discussions on themes such as wealth, morality, and the corrupting influence of greed in society. Overall, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre left a lasting impression on audiences, influencing pop culture and sparking conversations about important social and cultural issues.
Y el señor no importa. El doctor sí importa.
Well, what'd he say then?
So don't make any difference.
Transitioning to the critical reception and awards of the 1947 movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, the film garnered significant acclaim upon its release. Critics praised the performances, particularly Humphrey Bogart's portrayal of Fred C. Dobbs. The gritty portrayal of greed and moral dissent resonated with audiences, sparking discussions on human nature. The film's realism and atmospheric direction by John Huston were also widely lauded. Notably, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre received multiple Academy Awards, including Best Director and Best Supporting Actor for Walter Huston. These accolades elevated the film's status and recognition, solidifying its place as a classic in cinematic history. For those involved in the film, these awards served as validation of their talent and dedication, enhancing their reputations in the industry.
Hijito, se cayó al agua. Lo sacamos tan pronto como pudimos.
During the filming of The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, Humphrey Bogart's performance was so intense that he reportedly didn't break character between scenes. This dedication added a level of authenticity to his role. Additionally, director John Huston's father, Walter Huston, starred in the film and went on to win an Oscar for his performance. The set was located in the scorching heat of Mexico, making filming challenging but also enhancing the realism of the gold-seeking storyline. Despite the harsh conditions, the cast and crew persevered, creating a classic film that continues to captivate audiences to this day. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, a 1947 movie, has left a lasting impact on the world of filmmaking. Its gritty portrayal of human nature and obsession with wealth has influenced many filmmakers since. The movie's exploration of greed and its consequences has inspired numerous works that delve into similar themes. Its presence in film history is significant, with its influence still felt today in the way stories are told and characters develop. It stands as a classic example of how a powerful story can leave a lasting legacy in the world of cinema.
Boy, if there'd been one single ounce of it, I'd have seen it. Believe me, I would.
If you haven't found any gold here, then you're not...
Have you watched the 1947 movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre? Share your experiences and memories with us. How did this film impact you personally? Did it influence your perspective on cinema? Engage with us by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic explorations. Your stories matter. Let's celebrate the magic of classic cinema together.
Drink every now and then to warm me up. I've been worshipped and fed and treated like a high priest for telling people things they want to hear.